The present is the ultimate gift. The present is the ultimate gift. The greatest gift we have today is the present. The joy of being in the present and focusing fully in the present. That is the joy we have. That is the child in us. I know that to myself. That as a child I was always a present, and I never identify any longer with the things that happened to me in the past. They happened, and I can never change them. I can never change them. However, I am willing to change um, the ones that I am able to change, the ones that I can be able to change. Um, you know, like healing myself, healing the world, changing the world. Man, this is our business. This is why we're here. We came for that, with the power and authority, with the collective consciousness. We speak as one. I'm never an individual man walking or talking. We are one. The voice of Africa is one. You feel me? The voice of Africa is one. We're all one consciousness, collective consciousness with the world, the entire world also. However, we want allies and people who are harmonious with us, people who have compassion, people who are thinking of our people who are thinking of the people in the bottom. You know, we never against your systems of capitalism or communism or socialism or whateverism. We are never against that, and we will never be against that. All we ask is a treatment, fair treatment of African people. Love be given to African people. African people need to be treated with love. You know, African people need to be taken care of. Politicians have to give money to build better hospitals, better institutions that are healing people. You feel me? Africa uh, is divided. Africa has been in the state for the longest time, to an extent that we're still suffering, you know, some of the pains and the ache of our lineages, ancestors. However, I'm here to say that I never identify with the past. I never identify with my ego any longer. I'm starting anew. This is a new life. This is a new beginning. This is a new beginning for Africa and for everyone, including myself. This is a new beginning. This is a new start for the human consciousness to evolve, for the natural being consciousness to evolve. It is time we evolve. And to do that, we have to do it slowly. I know we want to be fast because human consciousness develops very, very slowly. It's developing very, very slowly. However, we have to understand that also we have to be very slowly. A term in the West they use as mindfulness. And here in Africa and China, we say meditation. Africa, it can even go as to, the rituals of playing like a scoop, like drums, like, yeah, like that's the African meditation, the chanting, but you're focusing on the present oneness, the dancing, the drums, that's Africa for you, man. That's where we come from. That's scoop, wakali scoop, mapiano, that is us, bro. That is Africans. The power is within us. The power is really within us, man. Yeah, we have to live better, man. We have to be a better generation. And I'm never saying better in the egoic sense. I'm just saying that, we need to live peacefully in nature, in our farms, with our mineral resources. We just need to live peacefully as Africa, man. It's our time now. which is declaring peace, man. You know, this is us having a conversation. You can see we're very gentle guys. We communicate harmoniously. However, just because we gentle guy, it never means we never have demons. Those of our ancestors that haunts us to this day. And every day we have to never identify with those thoughts. We have to let them go every time, every day. I'm talking about 300 years of slavery, colonialism. So, this is for anyone suffering, whether from addictions, food addiction, money addiction, external object addiction, or any kind of addiction, because addiction is one of the causes of our suffering, because we are seeking external validation. We are seeking things that are outside of us, and there's never anything wrong with that, and there's never anything wrong with having lots of money, being a billionaire and being a trillionaire. And the only problem is when you identify with your finances, your career, your health, your money. The problem becomes that. So let's never stop. Let's never identify with our ego, and identify with our souls.